keeping you up to date with CJIQ News.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. It's currently cloudy and -4. I'm Stephen Ward. More weather in minutes. Here's what you need to know. Weber Street was reopened after tactical forces surrounded the area yesterday searching for armed robbers wanted in Hamilton. 6 people were arrested and a local elementary school was put on lockdown while the 4-hour standoff occurred. Olaf Heinzel, a spokesperson for the Waterloo Regional Police, explains the involvement of Waterloo's police force in the matter.
We contained a residence on Weber Street, and several people were arrested during the course of the day. That investigation is continuing by Hamilton Police Service, so our involvement really at this point is greatly reduced as of today.
With Valentine's Day just around the corner, founder and CEO of AshleyMadison.com, a matchmaking site geared to married and taken individuals, announced that Ottawa is the most adulterous city in Canada. With Calgary coming in second and Edmonton in third, these numbers are based on new sign-ups on the website from across Canada. Students will be happy to hear Conservative leader Tim Hudak thinks that financial aid for students should be tied into how well they're doing in their courses. Hudak also thinks more young adults should steer toward applied learning programs at community colleges rather than universities to improve their chances of getting a job. The fact that too many university students end up back on mom and dad's couch with no job prospects urges Hudak to promote more community college. He thinks that the colleges should offer more 3-year degree programs and applied training in various fields. Bell Let's Talk Day was yesterday. Bell donated 5 cents for every text message sent, long-distance made call, and every retweet on Twitter with the hashtag Bell Let's Talk. The goal was to raise as much money as possible to support mental health issues. They raised almost $4 million yesterday, with a total of 78 million plus calls, texts, and retweets made across Canada. Bell included Twitter in this year's mix, and it paid off, as is most likely the reason for the $600,000 increase over last year. Lady Gaga says she's heartsick for having to postpone 4 shows after sustaining an injury that's left her unable to walk. The performances were set for Chicago, Detroit, and Hamilton this week. After they'd been pushed back, Gaga took to her Twitter to explain she was injured during a performance and her condition has worsened, leaving her immobile after the concert on Monday in Montreal. Neither Gaga nor the news release specifies what the injury is. The remainder of the Born This Way Ball tour is expected to continue on as scheduled. Makeup dates for these missed shows will be announced at a later time. California police think the manhunt is over for America's Most Wanted man after the suspect of 3 murders, former Los Angeles police officer Christopher Dorn, barricaded himself in a cabin and had a shootout with police. After the shootout, the cabin went up in flames and a lone shot was heard in the house. Today, a body has been found in the cabin and an autopsy is being done to determine the identity. More than 4 days have gone by after the major snowfall last Friday, and bus shelters are still snowed in. Grand River Transit is urging customers to be patient as crews continue to dig out bus stops. Some riders are frustrated because the city bylaws in Kitchener and Waterloo give residents 24 hours to clear their sidewalks after it snows and feel that the GRT is taking far too long to clear their shelters. That's news. And in CJIQ Sports, Craig Anderson led the Ottawa Senators to a 2-0 final, turning away 42 shots. The Canucks squeaked out a 2-1 win against the Minnesota Wild last night, while the Canadiens survived a major meltdown, beating Tampa Bay Lightning 4-3 in a shootout. And the Stars continue to win as they beat the Edmonton Oilers 4-1. The New York Rangers recovered after blowing a 3-goal lead to come up with a win over Boston Bruins 4-3 in overtime. Carolina beat the Devils 4-2, and the Sharks lost their 6th straight game to the Predators last night 1-0. Lastly, the Capitals beat the Panthers 6-5 in a high-scoring affair. In NBA, the Toronto Raptors grinded out a victory over the Denver Nuggets 109-108 to win their 3rd straight game. Kobe Bryant had the weirdest game of his career, not taking a shot until late in the 4th quarter. He also went 1 for 8 last night. His teammates had to pick up the slack. They still won the game 91-85 over the Phoenix Suns. It's 10:05.
88.3 weather.
Checking CJIQ weather. Tonight, cloudy, going down to a -7, feeling more like -12. Scattered flurries tomorrow with a high of 2, feeling like -3. It's currently -4. Now you're in the know. I'm Stephen Ward.